Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I'm John. You know that guy who disappears for 2 or 3 weeks after uploading like one video. Well, hi, how's it going? Today we're talking about Assassin's Creed Valhalla. This is a really weird game for me, like, mainly because I've hated the Assassin's Creed games ever since, like, after Black Flags, all the other Assassin's Creeds have just been falling very flat to me. I just don't care about the other ones. Syndicate kind of came close, but no, I just didn't care much at all. I just kind of got bored. And Origin couldn't grab my attention at all. I played it for like maybe an hour or two, maybe 3 hours, and I just didn't care. And Odyssey, there's no assassin in Odyssey. There's just this guy who's like a demigod. And I mean, like, it's a nice power trip when you get to endgame, but it's like, I didn't care. And the funny thing is, Greek mythology is my second favorite mythology, and they just couldn't do it for me. It was weird. I don't know. Maybe I had to go back and try that game again, because I feel like I didn't give it much of a fair try. I played for like maybe 10 hours of that game, and I was just kind of like, alright, I'm done. But I think it was the problem. There was just too much to do all at once in that game. I wasn't like into it. That's what it was. There was a lot of stuff, but none of it was really quality stuff, I guess you could say. But Assassin's Creed Valhalla, this is kind of similar to Odyssey, but I guess the Nordic fucking theme sells it for me. I don't know, it's weird. Like, I'm very much enjoying the game. I love raiding, I love going around, drinking, being a Viking. It's fun. I don't think this is, like, necessarily a good game, if I'm being honest. I'm enjoying it, but you know when you, like, enjoy junk food and you know it's bad for you? But you're still, like, you're still just gorging yourself. It's like that. I'm gorging myself on junk food, video game. It's the combat at the very beginning is very repetitive. I will say it's probably, like, the beginning is the slowest part of the game for me. The stories, I know about stuff like, Vinland Saga, stuff like that, like the story, also the anime, but, like, the story behind it, this is basically that in a way, where they're just going from Norway and going to London, essentially, and it's that, essentially, just assassins, and you meet all these famous people, like in other Assassin's games, but in this one, you just, like, talk to them for a little bit, you do their missions, then you don't see them for a while. Fair warning, I've only played it for, like, about 25 hours of this game, and I know that's it's like a 60-hour game, from what I've been told. Maybe 60-hour plus, but it's interesting. I will say that I'm trying not to spoil anything, by the way. Also, this is technically an early impressions. I'm gonna make another video later on when I beat the game, see how I feel about it near the end. But it's a lot of what you expect from a Ubisoft game. There is going to top of a tower thing and getting the view of everything, but now they kind of reduced that to being kind of a fast travel system, even though I think it also does point out certain areas too, but I'm not 100% sure, because I just kind of come across them either way. It's weird. Also, there's fast travel points in this game next to other fast travel points, which is very confusing, because it's like the one city has like 4 or 5 fast travel points. I've had that happen before. I was just kind of like, why? Like, Jesus Christ. But whatever. The main character, Eivor, you can be a boy or a girl. It's like cool. In Assassin's Creed Odyssey, they had it so there was both a boy and a girl character, but the other character the villain would essentially be your sister or brother, depending on who you picked. In this one, it's just pick your gender, and it will randomly, or it could randomly select the gender for you. It'll switch back and forth. It's weird. It's very strange. What they decided to do with this game when it comes to the gender of the main character. It's like, oh yeah, the machine that knows about all the DNA of all these other assassins just can't get this one person that could be a boy or a girl, and they don't have a sibling, but it's just like, we'll figure it out. We'll just give it a random gender, because it actually doesn't matter. The only thing that really matters about your gender is your voice acting. The voice acting for the female is kind of terrible, and the voice acting for the main character, or the boy, is it can be good, but it can also be kind of like fall flat depending on, like, in cutscenes it sounds fine, but there's certain moments in game when you're like, say you're pushing a door open with your Viking pals, and he'll be like, help me out with this. It just sounds weird. Also, at the very beginning of the game, which I think I have recorded, I think I'm gonna show it right now. The boy-girl child thing, has this weird audio.
Drink in your fist? Come on, I'll find you something.
I can't. I have accepted for your father.
That
Oh, what?
audio, what the fuck?
That must be worth 2 ster.
Mother,
Yes.
can we show Stick the can stones we stacked yesterday?
That you can tell they got a child actor to do it, but they voiced them over like a headphone microphone or something. It's definitely not one of the like high-end quality mics that they use for the other actors, because it just sounds echoey and I don't understand what the fuck they did. I remember I was streaming and I was like, what the fuck is this? This is something I expect from like an abridged series on YouTube. Like, it's just so weird. And there's other, I think there was other spots in the game where I found other characters had strange audio as well. There's also really weird random like footsteps that sound off and just don't feel right to me. Here and there, like through cutscenes and stuff like that. There is obviously, you know, glitches and stuff like that around the game. It's a Ubisoft game. You fucking Ubisoft is like what Bethesda used to be. We expect it to be funny and buggy, and then, you know, we saw how it ended up for Bethesda. So, but yeah, I don't know why I like it. It's fucking weird. I feel like I shouldn't like this game. I know I shouldn't. It's like For Honor. I know I shouldn't like this trash, but I do. It is like, honestly, a Viking aesthetic can carry me hard in games, I guess. Like, give me Vikings, like, fucking Battle Royale. I'll probably play this. Wait, hold on. I gotta look this up real quick. The Viking Battle. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Anyway, so yeah, the Viking aesthetic's pretty interesting. You go raiding, you do a bunch of, you can play like little drinking games. There's also these fun little Viking rap battles you can do. It's really stupid, but I like it. The one thing I will say, as I'm a huge historian buff when it comes to Vikings. I have moments where my brain, I turn it off, it's fine. And there's other moments where I'm just like, there should be the fur should be inside of the armor, because that's supposed to keep you warm. It's not supposed to be outside the I have my moments. I know, it's silly. I've also had moments where I'm just kind of like sitting there thinking, like, why aren't they having like ships sitting next to each other while the people go back and forth and attack each other on their ships, and then the ships flip over like they do in the old Viking like days. That's what you should do. They actually have the longships cross each other, and they just smack each other with axes. It's a really stupid thing they would do. I kind of wish they had that in this game, but so far I have not seen any of that. Also, I don't think there's any boat battles at all in this game either, which is really a letdown for me. I actually really like the boat battles from the other games. I'm just gonna say it. These Vikings are soft Vikings. I'm just saying, like, it could be a lot more brutal. It could be a lot more gory. It could honestly be a lot more. They pillaged and raped, essentially. Like, they're not all horrible rapists, but it's just like there's not even a hint of this in the game. And I know I shouldn't be asking for that in the game. I'm probably treading on thin ice here, but it's just like the fucking Vikings. And it angers me. I'm not saying the main character or any of the good guys should be doing. No, of course not. I'm just saying, like, there should probably be some kind of evil Viking guy that really is creepy and disgusting. Is all I'm saying. They're really soft Vikings in this game. But yeah, fucking, it's a fucking nutty time. It's funny though. I do generally enjoy it, even though it's, again, trash video game, like junk food essentially. I will let you guys know if my opinion has changed on the game later on. But for right now, the only criticisms I can give is the game's voice acting is kind of wonky. The facial animation sometimes gets kind of wonky here and there. Also, I'm playing this on PC, by the way. The combat can sometimes get repetitive and kind of get really finicky and weird with the parries, from what I've seen. And nothing too crazy. Usually it works out fine, but it's just... Also, the game can kind of be piss easy, especially if you're at the same level as other people. Like, holy shit. If you're at the same level as bad guys in an area, you're gonna just crush them. It's not fair. Honestly, if you're playing on normal, go after people that are higher level than you. Not like 300 levels above you, but like if you're like, say, level 20, you can probably take out a level 90 if you actually are careful about it, if I'm being honest. Especially when you get the special assassination ability where you can take down people higher level than you if you get a little mini game. We do a quick time event thingy. It's pretty good. I highly recommend it. I also forgot to mention the stuff in the game that is kind of one of the main selling points, the what are they called? Settlements. Settlements are interesting. Like, people in the game and settlements are okay. They could be better. I think that there's a character that's supposed to be your love interest in the game. She's cute. That you get high with her at one point. I'm just spoil that for you a little bit there. It's kind of weird. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Ubisoft games. Lots of drugs. It's you eat shrooms, you drink weird stuff out of a cup, and you go high. You go tripping balls, and you become Odin for like a little bit. It's weird, but yeah, it is what it is. I kind of wish they actually just stopped making Assassin's Creed games and just made a straight up Viking game with Nordic gods and monsters and stuff. That'd be really, really cool, but I don't think Ubisoft's ever gonna stop putting the Assassin's Creed title on these things because the name just sells. So it is what it is. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please like it, subscribe to us on YouTube, and don't forget to hit that bell icon. I will be making another video some point this week about Supernatural, which I know is something I never brought up on our YouTube channel, but I wanted to talk about it because it just ended. And I have thoughts and opinions that I don't think people are gonna like, and I honestly feel like sharing them, even though the show was kind of shit at the end. But yeah, stay tuned for that later on. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!